All right, are we in? It says I'm live. Okay, so I think I'm good. Maybe? Okay. Well, let me know if you Oh no. Okay, it says I'm live finally, and I can see myself, and my mic is not muted, so hopefully I am coming through okay. But let me know in the comments if you see any issues pop up. All right, let's try this again. I'm gonna come back and share my screen. We're gonna go back to Miro, and we're gonna do some research. So hopefully this is not too boring for you guys, but this is essentially some of the dirty work that needs to get done when you are trying to figure out how to do YouTube. And actually, let me make sure I've got my chat. Okay. So we're going to take a look at one of these channels right here. On Pierre. Let's take a look at his YouTube channel.
Chef Jean-Pierre.
And he is very high energy. He's got 2.18 million subscribers, 446 videos. So he is a big dog, apparently. He's got a couple of links in here. He's been on YouTube for a very long time. So good for him. He's probably got a nice career from YouTube. So let me grab some links first. We're going to grab his main website, and I'm going to throw that into Miro. And I'm just realizing I need to keep switching my screen here. So we're going to paste this in. What's cool about Miro is if you paste a link in here, it'll actually convert it to like a little tile. And then you can make it bigger. So this is his website, chefjeanpierre.com, easy dinner recipes, blah, blah, blah. So we're going to pull that into our diagram. And that'll be his website. So that's starting place number one. Let's also grab his YouTube channel. I'll just grab the link really quick. We'll pull that back into Miro too. And then we're going to figure out how this guy makes his money. Is he making a lot of money on maybe recipes or books or, I don't know, classes or online courses? Like, let's try and figure that out. So, oops, I don't want to play that video. So here's his YouTube channel. Actually, let's get rid of this. And I'm going to grab his logo as well. And we'll put that into Miro. Okay, so we've got 2 data points so far. We know he's got a website and we know he's got a YouTube channel. Let's see what other links we can find on his YouTube channel. So we'll come back here. He's got his website. He's got this store right here. It's looks like a proprietary store. He's got a Facebook. He's got an Instagram. Let's take a look at this one. Okay, so this is essentially looks like a store where he's selling stuff. He's got a home about you gift registry. Ooh, he's got a registry. People can sign in with their accounts. So he's got a cart. This is like a checkout. Okay, so people can actually buy stuff right from his website, which is kind of cool. So he's got an online store. That is good to know. We'll come back to Miro, this in as well. And let's grab this. Do online store. And we'll drag this into our diagram here too. Now, what do we know so far? We know that his YouTube channel links out to his website. So let's draw some lines here and diagram this out. Let me make that white. We'll make it a little bit bigger. Yeah, it's good. Actually, we'll do like a red. Okay. We also know that his YouTube links out to his store as well. So all we're doing right now is kind of connecting the dots, right? We're just trying to figure out how this guy's redirecting his viewers from YouTube to different places where they can make a purchase. Okay. What else do we know? Come back to his store for a second. He's got categories for gifts, cutlery, food, grocery. So what is he selling? He's selling individual food-related products, honey, seasoning. Okay, so this is kind of cool. He's got kitchenware, cutlery, cutting boards, salt and pepper, utensils, more pots and pans, tabletop. Okay, so he's got like a full range of kitchen and food-related stuff, and this is all on his store. He's got a gift registry, which is kind of neat. So this is way more advanced. This is like, you know, he's like years and years down the line. Oh, I just realized I'm not sharing his. So he's like years and years down the line in terms of having developed his business where he's actually selling products, which is kind of cool. So for my clients, they're probably not quite ready for that yet, but this is good to see nonetheless as one avenue for monetization. So we'll come back to it. He's got his Facebook group and his Instagram. I'm going to ignore those for now because those are primarily social. I don't know if he's doing any commerce on those platforms, but it looks to me value he really just has the store, but maybe we should dig in a little bit more videos and we'll take a look and see what wow, that's a nice expression. We'll take a look and see what he has in terms of links in his descriptions as potentially a way of selling things. So, okay, first of all, we can see right here, he's got products that he's selling in his description. These are links for different things that he's using in the kitchen that link out to his store that we just looked at. So he's got a lot of here. And I don't know if these are like affiliates or if like he's getting the full boat on all of these, but that's neither here nor there. He's got a recipe link. Let's click on that and see where that takes us. So this recipe link brings us to his website. And you can jump to it, you can watch the video, or you can print it. So this is like a freebie, like a giveaway. So this is a way for him to build trust and rapport and provide value to his viewers. Okay, that's good. Pretty cool. And he's got the video right here. It's very detailed. He's got a lot of information in here. Okay, this is very well. And on the side, there's ads for different tools. Okay, so he's got recipes, essentially descriptions to his store that are then linking to potentially buying things. So let's actually, let's just use this example of one way he's making money. We'll bring this into Miro. We'll add this to our diagram. Jordan, you're still having buffering issues. Is anyone else having connectivity issues? Recipes. Hey there. You can hear me okay? This is cruising. No buffering here. Oh, you're seeing ads prodigal? Okay, that's good to know. I might have to figure that out down the road. Okay, a little bit buffering. I wonder if it's my connection. Hey, Barb. Hey, Carrie. Yeah, just keep me posted, you guys, if the audio cuts out. Hopefully the audio is good and maybe it's just the visuals that are having a hard time. I am using my iPhone for my camera, so maybe that's the issue. Last time I think I used my webcam. All right, so we're going to draw another line here. Yeah, that's a good call, Prodigal. Thanks for that tip. I didn't realize that. I think the first time I did my live stream, I wasn't even monetized, so I didn't have to worry about that. But that's a good to know. Okay, so here's where we're at. Here's what we know so far about Chef Jean-Pierre. He's got a store. He's got recipes. He's got his YouTube channel. He's got his website. Let's see if there's anything else we can find, because it might be that simple, to be honest. He might simply be his website where he's making sales on stuff. So here's his website, online store. Oh, he does have an Amazon storefront. Let's click on that. Okay, so he has more things to sell on Amazon. Let's include this as well. And by the way, thank you guys for being patient with me as I try to work out these technical difficulties here. At some point, I will be getting like a dedicated streaming platform. Right now, I'm just using the native streaming in YouTube. So that's for a later date. Okay, so this also is coming from his videos. So basically, a lot of the stuff, you guys, for this particular creator is stemming from his YouTube channel. Like a lot of the ways he's monetizing himself or his products is creating content on YouTube and then linking out to his website, to his recipes, his store, and then also his Amazon storefront. So this is very high level, but you can kind of get a sense of how he's directing his viewers to essentially a paid customer. I'm going to come back to his website and we're going to, if there's anything else noteworthy on here. So he's got recipes. He's got dinner ideas. I think these are just more recipes. Got a bio. This is about him. He looks very bubbly. That's a great looking kitchen too. So I think that might be it, you guys, unless there's something I'm missing. And let me know in the chat if you've seen something else that it looks like he's doing that might be working towards his business. He's got a newsletter. Or no, actually, that's just a search field. I didn't see a newsletter. Let's look at some of his other videos. Let's go popular. His most popular video is from 13 years ago. He has 11 million views on it. He's got another one from 3 years ago that has 6.5 million views. I kind of want to watch that. But I think what I'm looking for now is some sort of mailing list or newsletter. But maybe that doesn't make sense for his niche or his business. Yeah, I think all of his, so far, just these are the primary links he's got in his descriptions. Let's just check one or two more videos.
Well, hello there, friends.
Recipe link. Ooh, I wonder if he's got a membership.
Hello there, friends. I am Chef Jean-Pierre. And
ooh, he does have membership. That's another way he's monetizing.
Hello there,
the audio on this.
Well, hello there.
Okay. Here's his membership. He has a 3-tiered membership, $1.99 a month. He's got a $4.99 per month and a $9.99 per month. His viewers will get loyalty badges, and they'll also get access to custom emojis. So that is interesting too. Let's add this. Yeah, I agree, Carrie. Exactly. You can share your videos. You can share if you're Jean Pierre, you can share recipes. You can share maybe new things that he's putting in his store, which will be kind of cool. So we're going to add in his membership because I think that's another important. And who knows, when you have 2 million subscribers, how many people are actually signing up for a membership? I mean, it could be halfway decent. We're going to add this in here as well. Channel membership. All right, so I think for Jean-Pierre, this is probably as close as we're going to get. So hopefully you guys can see this okay, but this is essentially just a quick diagram showing how we're connecting the dots between his YouTube channel, his website, and then of course, how he's making money. So I think with the website too, that also links out to recipes. So we can draw that line as well. And I can definitely clean this up later on, but this is just the high level gist of it. And then this probably links out to his store. So a lot of messy lines, but that's the crux of it. Yeah, curious if you guys have any thoughts or questions. This obviously is not relevant for my niche, but one of my clients is making cooking stuff. And, I thought as an exercise, I might help, just kind of evaluate another larger creator in their space, someone that they look up to and admire, and try to figure out how they run their business. So that's kind of what that is. So let's look at one more. We're going to go to, you guys tell me which of these other ones do you want to look into? So we got a vegan channel. We actually have 2 vegan channels. I don't even know what these other 2 are about. Keep Your Daydream. Okay, so this one is RV specific. So maybe let's dig into the RV one. I think that's an interesting one to take a look at. The next one we're gonna do is called Keep Your Daydream. This is another YouTube channel, and they make videos about RVs. They have 536,000 subscribers. They've got almost 500 videos on YouTube. And let's just take a look at some of their videos. Here's what their thumbnails look like. So yeah, all things RV related. Prodigal, thank you. I appreciate it, man. That's awesome. Appreciate the support. So, okay, will be a good one to dig into. And I think they've got some links here as well. So let me queue up another board in Miro. We're going to do Keep Your Daydream. I'll just make a copy of this. We can drag this in here. Oops. And then we'll just grab this. This will be YouTube. And I like to put little icons too. I know this is a little bit small for you guys, but I'll zoom in a minute here. So we're going to start with their YouTube channel. We're going to figure out what it is all they do. All right, so coming back to their YouTube channel. We've got a Patreon. Okay, that's good to know. Let's take a look at the Patreon. So we've got their Patreon. Let's zoom in a little bit. We'll grab that link. Now on their Patreon, they have different tiers of membership. They have a $2 per video pledge. For just $2, you'll officially become a KYD insider. Okay, cool. They have a $5 membership, a $10. Is it per video? How are they doing that? $2. Okay. I don't know if it's a time thing or if it's per month. But either way, this is one way to potentially monetize their viewership. So let's come back in here. We'll add in their Patreon as well. And for those of you who maybe joined not too long ago, I'm just doing a simple market research exercise for my clients. I'm doing some research on other YouTubers to see how they're making money so I can help my clients better understand the broader monetization ecosystem out there for their niche. So that's what we're doing. When we're doing this all visually in Miro, I like to do diagrams because I'm a visual person. So that's kind of what we're looking at here. All right, so we got the Patreon in here. Come back to their YouTube. We've got a Facebook, we've got an Instagram, we have an Amazon. Let's take a look at the Amazon. And here is their Amazon storefront. So this seems to be a pretty popular thing with YouTubers. And I think you need to be a certain size. I think you need to have like 10,000 subscribers on your channel. Well, actually, no, I take that back. In order to have the merch shelf on YouTube, I think you need to have 10,000 subs. But Amazon has their own criteria, which I don't even know, for how to set up an Amazon storefront. But this is a great way too for anyone who's doing YouTube who has products that they talk about or use in their videos that you think your viewers might benefit from learning more about. You can set up an Amazon storefront. It's different from the affiliate links because the affiliate links really just redirect them to the listing on Amazon and you get the cut of it. The storefront, so far as I understand, is a way for you to congregate almost like a mini store for yourself of different products that they can purchase on Amazon. So as you can see, all of this stuff is related to the RV space. Atomic Habits, that's interesting. That's a book that I've read. All right, so we're going to pull this into Miro as well. Amazon store. And let's just connect the dots really quick here. And let's come back to YouTube. And they have their website. Let's take a look at the website. So here's their website. They link to their YouTube channel. They link to their podcast. They have a blog and they have a course. Interesting. Okay, so let's come back to Miro. We're going to add in their web because there's a couple things going on here with the website we probably need to account for. The website seems to point back to all of the other places as well. So the website is linking to YouTube. The website is linking to Amazon. This is going to get a little messy, isn't it? Okay. And also on their website, let's come back to their website. So they've got their podcast. Let's actually take a look at their podcast too. Curious. So they've got different blog posts. Okay, they've got a sign up. Okay, so they've got a lead magnet essentially. It's like joining their mailing list. Let's just add this guy. Well, actually, we'll modify that in Miro. Well, the website also has a pop-up for email capture. And we're going to grab the link for their podcast. And I'm going to grab the link for their blog too. We've got two more things to add in here. We got their podcast and we got their blog. blog. And these aren't necessarily ways of monetizing, although they can definitely make money from sponsorships or ads through their podcast as well. So that's another interesting thing from their website here. We'll go to their blog and their podcasts, respectively. And then also, I think on their website, also linking out to Amazon too. Let's just see. Yep, it's the same storefront on Amazon. Okay, they also have all these links at the top. Let me just zoom in. I don't know if you guys can see this very well, but they've got all of these. They've got, that's kind of a fun picture. KYD Insight. This is their Patreon membership. Okay, that's good to know as well. Let's go back to Miro and that. So we've got their website that links to Patreon. And go back to their website. They've got a cookbook. Okay, so let's see. Are they making money on the cookbook? It's kind of hard to see some of the copy on here. I think they need to work on their font colors. Get your copy here. Okay, so they're selling a cookbook. That was unexpected. We got an RV family who's also selling a cookbook, but maybe that makes sense because part of RVing is obviously eating food, and maybe there are some RV specific ways of making food that they can monetize. So I like this. This is kind of cool. Thinking outside of the box. Let's back to Miro, and we're going to add in their cookbook. $34 cookbook, you guys. Pretty cool. Cookbook. Okay. So it's another revenue stream. It'd be really cool to see how much they're actually making. And that's obviously from the website itself. It's just a link from the website. All right, so they've got their cookbook. Let me come back here. They've got these links at the top. Let's take a look. Summer to remember. They're doing merch. They're doing merch. Oh my gosh. These guys are doing everything. This is amazing. They have a merch store. I'm going to grab that, put that in Miro. So any of you guys out there doing, are you trying to think a little bit about how you might be running your YouTube business? Hopefully this is giving you some ideas or thoughts or some inspiration, because this is pretty cool to see. They're doing merch. Yeah, I have looked at View Stats. That's the Mr. Beast one, I think, right? Doesn't he own that one? And I think it shows their AdSense earnings, right? If I'm not mistaken. I don't think it will show anything to do with anything else that they're doing outside of YouTube, like merchandise or things like that. But yeah, the question I have is I don't know how accurate those numbers are. Have you had any experience with that, Carrie? I'm curious if you feel like those numbers are accurate. Okay, coming back to their website. Ooh, I think I lost my screen share. Hold on. Okay, we're back. So we've got KYD Cabin. Oh, wow. Okay, so maybe they're also doing like an Airbnb. What? This is pretty cool. Oh my gosh, look at this cabin, you guys. That's really bougie. That is really bougie. So, okay, so they're renting out their cabin in Flagstaff, Arizona. All right, so they are landlords too. Interesting. Let's add that to our Miro board. Oops. Let me delete that. For some reason, that won't become a tile. That's weird. So we've got their rental, their property rental off of the website as well. And finally, let's come back to their website. They've got KYD Magazine. So they also publish a magazine that includes travel tips, recipes, wellness tips, creative ideas. I mean, these guys are doing everything. This is pretty impressive. All right, we're going to grab that link. We're going to throw this into Miro. I might need to build a bigger Miro board for these guys. Yeah, I'm going to have to reorganize all this stuff. Let's do a placeholder here. Magazine. And then finally, they have a say hello, which is basically just to contact us. So that's it, you guys, for these guys. I mean, maybe there's more things that I'm not seeing here, but here is the here's the breakdown. They've got their website, they've got their YouTube channel. Their YouTube channel is linking out to pretty much everything. They have an Amazon storefront. They are doing merch like hats and tchotchkes and keychains. They have a cookbook. They have a magazine. They have a property rental. They have a podcast, and they have a blog. So this is a very busy channel. Yeah, I agree. I think it is just AdSense. Yeah, and I think the AdSense estimated AdSense earnings on those channels on ViewStats, because even a site like Social Blade, for example, like let's just take a look really quick. I don't think these give accurate AdSense numbers. I mean, who knows? Estimated revenue in a 28-day period, 2.6 to 3.7 million dollars. First of all, that's amazing. But that's a pretty wide gap. It's a very large gap in between the high and the low. I don't know if my channel will come up. Let's take a look. Maybe not. But yeah, I don't know if the AdSense earnings on here are actually reliable. And I think there's other sites too, like Social Blade. Let's see if it'll show us. Still hear me or see me. But yeah, this has been a fun ride. Yeah, thanks. I appreciate your patience. This is all part of the journey, right? Is like fighting with technology. So I think, yeah, I think I'm going to stop sharing my screen at this point, and I feel pretty good with the two creators that we analyzed. I feel like there's a lot to dig into and learn from that. So hopefully this was helpful for you guys. Any questions from the chat? Anything other than get your internet fixed that you want to contribute to the conversation? Let me know. I'm hoping I can do more live streams. Obviously, today's test is not bode well for future live streams, but I'm going to keep testing and seeing if I can get this thing to work. And yeah, because I want to just I want to just kind of shoot the stuff more and just talk a little bit about things that I'm learning or see what questions you guys have. And if there's other things on your mind that you think I should cover in live streams, I'd be happy to take those on. So let me just see if there was a question in the chat. We talked about view stats. We talked about the ads. Yeah, gosh. I don't know. That's a great question, Prodigal. How many different channel types there are? Like, you mean like different niches? Yeah, there's probably a ton. There's probably too many to count, to be honest. Carrie, yes, for a mic, I have this one. Let me see if this will show up. This is the DJI Mic 2. Hopefully you can see that. It has a clip. You can clip this onto your shirt or wherever. And then this little receiver plugs into your phone. And then this mic will transmit to this receiver. And then as you're filming on your phone, it will pick up the audio. So this is a pretty popular one. I will say, like, I do prefer my podcasting mic. I think the audio quality is a lot better. But this is good for being out and about and for, just trying to get your feet wet filming outside. There is a little wind muff that comes on it. It has its own noise reduction, which I don't think is really that great, but you can obviously reduce the noise in post-production. I see a lot of people use this and they'll actually kind of hold it up to their mouth because sometimes when you clip it down here, it doesn't really pick up the audio all that great, but it's a pretty solid one and it's got a good reputation. I haven't used it a ton because I do most of my recording with my podcasting mic. Yeah, good feedback too on the time of day. I'm not sure actually. I don't know if I can do an evening one for me. It'd have to be during the day. Friday tends to be I have less on the calendar on Fridays, so that's kind of when I try to squeeze in the live streams. But I'll obviously play it by ear and see how I can, um, accommodate most people's schedules. Yes, I think I do need to fix the description and the title and the thumbnail because the original one, the original live stream that I ended up canceling and then restarting, I think I just restarted a brand new live stream without any details in it. So I do have to fix that. Good recommendation there, George. I haven't used ChatGPT much for that. I think actually I have. Like, so for example, I will take if I see a creator on YouTube who's talking about business strategy on YouTube, entrepreneurship, how to grow a channel, how to grow a business. Oftentimes, if I find it to be a very compelling video, I will grab the transcript of that video and then I'll throw it into ChatGPT and I will say, hey, like break down the business model that's being described in here. How can I rethink about it and reframe it for myself based on my current experience, the current offer that I have, and the different and the audience demand that I have? And it'll help me think a little bit more about how to apply some of the infrastructure of that business to something that I could potentially model. So I have used ChatGPT in that respect. But I've mostly been doing a lot of just poking around, like what you've seen here in the stream today, where I'm just looking at other creators and trying to figure out how they're making their money, like looking at their website, doing all that kind of analytics. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. I'm still very early, obviously. I'm trying to build my business. I'm really just trying to figure out what my offer will be. But yeah, that's kind of where I've been. Yeah, obviously, yep. There's not everyone is gonna need to see this kind of information, like trying to build a business or doing the research on it. This is really just something I was gonna be doing anyways, and of course, my clients would benefit from it. As far as this podcasting mic, I don't know if you can see it very well. This is the Shure. This is an MV7, and it's a stationary mic. It's got this little mic stand, which works pretty well. And so that's what I use in the majority of my talking head videos because I just think the audio quality is really good. It's actually the first mic that I purchased for my YouTube channel, and I've loved it. It's been really, really reliable and solid, and I think You really don't need to tweak much in post-production other than normalizing the audio. So yeah, it's been really solid. What's up, Mike? Good to see you, man. Thank you for dropping in and saying hello. Well, that's a good question. What changes have I made to my actually hold on. Before I get to that question, another question had popped up in the chat. How many years did they have their RV channel? Let me actually check. That's a great question because as we've covered, they have been doing a lot on the business side. So looking at their channel, and I know I'm not sharing my screen, but looking at their channel, their oldest videos are from 9 years ago, mostly 8 years ago, and they're sort of all outdoorsy related. I don't see them to be RV related. It's mostly just like travel vlog stuff from 8 years ago. And then they sort of start talking about their RV. So I wonder, they probably started out as like a travel vlog channel and then kind of pivoted to more RV centric stuff. But yeah, 7, 8 years. So Mike's question, what changes have I made to my business plan since I started? I think, wow. This is cruising. Thank you. I think you just became a channel member. That's awesome. This is all new to me, so I'm not sure, but that sounds pretty cool. Thank you. Thank you. Mike, to answer your question, I don't know. I feel like early on, I didn't have a good, solid idea of how I wanted my YouTube business to look and feel. I knew that I wanted to just make content and grow the channel, reach monetization, and then try to do some coaching. And that's kind of where I'm at right now. But now I'm at a point where I feel like I've picked up some clients. I'm starting to work with people. I'm starting to understand more of the audience demand, and I'm still also growing the channel. I'm obviously monetized now through AdSense, but I'm now just trying to figure out what makes sense to try and turn up based on my current experience, based on what I know about YouTube and how to grow a channel. I'm really just trying to figure out who can I help, what problems can I solve, and I think as I evolve over the next 6, 12 months, I'll probably have a more clear understanding. But I think right now I want to just do a lot more market research. Having live streams like this are helpful because I get to hear from, essentially the people who like my channel about what they want to know and learn about. So some of the questions that came up were about hardware, about mics. Some of the questions I see are like I had a consult this morning with a potential client who was needing help setting up their home studio. And so there's a variety of challenges that I'm hearing from people. And I think I'm taking all of that information, I'm aggregating all of this learning, and ultimately I'm going to build something that I hope people would want to purchase, or something that would help them grow their YouTube channel. So that's kind of where I'm at. I'm in this like just research phase right now, and also trying to work with clients on the side too. So Mike, I think that's a very long-winded answer to your very short question. So thank you. George is asking, how have I dealt with imposter syndrome and how did I overcome it? So that's a great question. I did make a video about that. And I think the one thing I'll say is it's tough because there's two things. One is, how comfortable are you speaking on the subject matter that you are making videos about? So for me, starting out, I didn't know anything about YouTube. So I felt like an imposter when I tried to help and educate people on how to do YouTube. And after feeling kind of crappy about making those videos, I said, you know what, let me take a step back. Let me reframe my approach to my videos. And rather than me trying to be a guru and trying to come off as authoritative and being an imposter, let me instead just share my own experience. What am I going through? What have I learned? What am I feeling about this journey? And a lot of my first videos were in that camp. And then, of course, I was showing a lot of videos related to my analytics, my studio, and then just different things that I was picking up in my first few months on YouTube. So for people who are struggling to get over imposter syndrome as it relates to maybe coming off inauthentic in your videos, because maybe you're trying too hard to be somebody you're not. Maybe you're trying to emulate the energy or the charisma or the communication style of another creator on YouTube, when you really should be leaning into yourself and your own authenticity and your own personal story and the experience that you have. So if you can bring that to the camera, then you will just feel more natural and more confident, and you won't feel as much like an imposter. Now, the other element of imposter syndrome, in my estimation, is that being on YouTube in of itself can make you feel like an imposter, because you see all of these other creators that are out there doing it. They've been doing it for a long time and their videos look and sound great. In comparison, you might feel like your videos just suck. And why should you even make a video? Why should you even be put in the same sort of circle as these other creators? But I would say, to combat that, just recognize that there's a lot of value in being new on YouTube. You are much more relatable as a creator for other newer folks who might need help. So if you are at a third grade level understanding of what you're talking about, or maybe your videos come off as amateurish, or they don't have that polish or professionalism that the other videos